First on our list, 8 hours. An Atlanta, Georgia native by the name of Rachel experiences an orgasm every 30 seconds in her daily life. Her story was featured in the documentary 100 Orgasms a Day, where she explains that her condition started after she gave birth to her first child. Her husband John has expressed that having a wife with PGAD isn't as fun as you'd assume. In fact, the disorder has created problems for the couple. Rachel's had to learn how to control her orgasms and to constantly be aware of her surroundings. She can't even go near her washing machine while it's on the spin cycle, or it will set her off. Rachel admitted that if she didn't have strict control over her body, she could experience over 100 orgasms a day, which can add up to just over 8 hours. Rachel and John have also learned that sex doesn't always relieve the symptoms, but instead can intensify and aggravate the symptoms. Coming in at number 2, 3 hours. This story recently took the media by storm after it was featured on the TLC show Sex Sent Me to the ER. The Seattle-based couple, only known as Liz and Eric, were getting a little frisky before starting their day and going to work, but an hour after the encounter was over, Liz found that she was still having an orgasm. She tried different ways to relieve the sensation, from jumping up and down to drinking wine. After 2 hours, the couple had no choice but to make the embarrassing trip to the emergency room. Liz and Eric recalled experiencing judgmental looks and nosy comments from others in the waiting room. When Liz finally got a room, she was treated with an antihistamine, but still continued to experience roughly 12 orgasms a day. So what exactly caused this episode? Turns out, Liz's antidepressant medication triggered a bout of PGAD. Number 3, another 2 hours. This poor bride had a video of herself on YouTube twitching uncontrollably while in the hospital, which was recorded by her dear husband. After having sex with her husband, this anonymous bride found that she was still enjoying the benefits of the intercourse until she realized that it wasn't going away after 10 minutes. The young couple began to panic and went to the nearest hospital. Doctors and medical personnel were baffled at what exactly was going on with her and started giving her Valium to calm down her orgasm. After 2 hours, the treatment eventually worked. The video shows that the bride can't even get a sentence out while talking with the nurse without spasming. The identity of the bride and her husband remain concealed. Number 4, 83 minutes. British woman Ella Ann has an orgasm about every 5 minutes, which averages about 250 a day. Ella Ann shared with the media that any little vibration, such as riding in the car or the telephone ringing, could set her off into an orgasm. After finally seeing her doctor, she was diagnosed with permanent sexual arousal disorder, another name for PGAD, and she was prescribed medication to help manage the disorder. Women who suffer like this have had to undergo physical therapy to help relieve symptoms and are typically compelled to abstain from sex. Ella Ann's longest recorded orgasm was an earth-shattering and surely painful 83 minutes. And number 5, 45 seconds. In 1966, William H. Masters and Virginia E. Johnson were the leading research team in sexual and reproductive studies. From the youngest person to give birth to the fastest orgasm to the longest, Masters and Johnson were there and ready to record. What a job, huh? The controversial studies took place from 1957 until the mid-60s. One of the studies included extensive research on bodily responses to the nature of the orgasm and recorded a female having a 43-second long orgasm. The woman was hooked up to machines that recorded her brainwaves and the 25 contractions that happened during this long orgasm. Climaxing aside, Masters and Johnson were pioneers in the field of human sexuality and helped debunk many myths around female sexuality and bodily responses to sexual stimulation, including groundbreaking proof that women could have multiple orgasms during a single sexual encounter. Through their research, Masters and Johnson also contributed to our current knowledge of sexual disorders and helped to pioneer treatments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button, and do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up with my next video.